Jane and Finch is a multicultural community. Most of the people living in this community are immigrant families who have traveled here for a better life. Oftentimes, when we hear about the Jane and Finch community in the news, it is associated with things like gun violence, gangs, and drugs. But when you look deeper, it's such a beautiful place. A place filled with love, loyalty, and friendships.
Well, my name is Nicole Walker. I have a son who's 17, and I live with my son and my mother, who's 89. We live in Milton. I'm a vice principal, pretty newly appointed. It's been a year and a half, and I've been enjoying it. I'm here at Brookview Middle School. I think it's as dangerous as any other place, and you really have been looking at the news and listening. There is no one place where certain activities that are unwanted happen. It's just everywhere. So it's unfortunate that it has been focused on in the Jane and Finch community by the media, word of mouth, what have you.
My name's Omarian, I'm 14. I'm going into grade 9. I feel like Jane and Finch, it's not the people here, it's just, some stuff goes around and stuff, and people, judge the community just because of the bad stuff you hear, but the community's not all bad. The people are not bad. It's just sometimes bad stuff happens with, certain people when they come into the neighborhood and just, cause trouble.
This community is really rich. It's rich in culture. So many different types of people come here and live here, you know what I'm saying? People have real stories that are uncandid. So, that's always appreciated, especially growing up. You don't really get to hear a lot of direct responses from people. You're going to get it here. People going to let you know if they like what you're doing or if they don't. So I'm very much so appreciative of that because you learn from that critique and you move forward. If you can make it out of this place, you can make it anywhere.
For one, focus on the great things that are happening here. And there's a lot of greatness that comes out of the Jane and Finch area. I know that it has been a focus. Last year, one of the activities, lessons that our grade 8 students was given was to highlight, to do their own newspaper article or podcast or media article to highlight the greatness that they see in Jane and Finch and what they like about Jane and Finch. And if we do that more, where we're focusing on the positive, focusing on all that's happening that we really want to see happen, that we expect to happen, and that exceeds our expectations. And again, there's a lot. I believe that is what needs to happen.
My name is Melissa, and my role here is the Executive Director at Inner City Outreach. Well, Inner City Outreach, I always tell everyone it has a special place in my heart. And the reason for that is just the work that we do in the community. So the fact that we're able to provide summer camp at a discounted or a subsidized rate for parents, and the fact that we're able to run after school homework programs for parents who aren't able to maybe help their kids. I think that's just an amazing thing. And just to be able to be that support for even the youth. And after the kids, they grow up, they become youth, they still need that support, and maybe their parents aren't able to be that support for them, but we can be that support for them. And I've just been so inspired to hear the stories of some of the youth who have been through the basketball program and now they're our camp leaders, and it's so inspiring. And so that's why I wanted to be here. I want to be part of that vision and that mission that helps to create change in the lives of the youth here in this community.
Programs, I'm gonna be honest, I've been a part of a lot of programs, kept me busy. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that can happen in this neighborhood, that could, steer you in the right way or in a very much so wrong way. And, those programs kept me busy. Eventually a lot of those programs went on my resume. I ended up I became an attendee, and then I became, one of the camp leaders, you know what I'm saying? And, it's always good to give back, after you've been given too.
You need people beside you as you journey along in your life or whatever you're doing. So whether it be in your job, in your personal life, with your family, you need that partnership. So I do definitely think that partnership is important. even just to be partnered with local businesses in the community so they can see what we're doing and they can come alongside us and say, how can we help? And I just think even like just having people in the community be involved, it just helps people know that there are other people out there that care. It's so important for us to have the community. And I think that's why I love this community, because it's just so friendly and people are just always there for you.
Jane and Finch is Jane and Finch. It's not just one side, it's everywhere. Jane and Finch is the whole community. So I feel like if we just like, just have to be good as a community. We have to just like not fight, stop the violence and all that. It's like you can't just be like, you can't be hating on everyone and stuff just because you're from Jane and Finch and all of that. So I feel like that's really important.
Jane and Finch is also marked with a lot of youth, talent, and potential. But in order for our young people to become successful, we need more partnerships within our community. We need the roles of our teachers, mentors, and programs to flourish. Without these things in the community, it would be nearly impossible to unlock the full potential of our future leaders whom we see coming up today.